my first question, this show is incredible. The chateau looks beautiful. And you said you did all of the decor. Is that correct?
Well, it was superficial decor because we only had a couple of weeks to do it and we weren't sure if we were going to buy it and this was going to be our property or not. So we just kind of did it up, like in a superficial way. It wasn't like taking it back to the bricks and building it from the inside. So we just dressed it really for the show. I found that chateau prior to the show being greenlit with a view to buying it. So that's kind of how the show came along. I was just like, oh, I love this chateau. And they were like, oh, we would love to do a show like that, Boone and Murray and Hulu. And then that's how it kind of evolved.
It's absolutely gorgeous there. And you had a great landscape and canvas to work with.
It's about decadence and parties and gorgeousness, and it's about the beauty of life, kind of really putting that together in a very immersive experience. And plus, they're living together, and it gets complicated.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do you regret bringing anyone from the staff?
No, I might have done. If you'd asked me that at the time, I would have said, yes, this one. No, because they made it. It was a colorful palette of people. It was a diverse group of people on every level from all walks of life that we put together. But the most important thing, Sheridan, they were all very well qualified. So we hit the ground running. So they had to know, like Andre was a great mixologist. Telly was a great mixologist. Grace and Emily were great, housekeepers that had a plethora of experiences in this hospitality trade. So, it was about giving an interesting mix of people, but mainly they had to do their job. But yeah, at some point when we were there, I was like, oh, they're driving me crazy. But that's life. I've never met really, if you gave me 12 staff in any of the businesses and I had to live with them, at some point they would all drive me crazy.
That's very fair, especially with the infighting. There was the particular butting of heads of Eric and Steven. And I'm curious, why did you choose Eric over Steven for that position?
Well, Eric had worked for me in a restaurant I had in West Hollywood, and he just presented had this very managerial kind of attitude of this presence, almost like a Stepford husband, this perfect persona. I didn't realize that he was as wackadoodle as he turned out. That was a complete surprise to me. I was like, what? I don't know how many episodes have you watched? I don't know. You see me saying, we're not allowed. I was like, massage? What do you mean he's giving a massage? I was like, what? And I couldn't walk in there and say, this is not allowed. I had to be like, wait and let it. But Stephen, he became a little frenetic and a little anxious there. And I thought maybe running the chateau might be too much for him. But with hindsight, maybe they should have done it together,
That's very true. That's very true. They could have been dynamic duo. Yeah. So my last question, it's very important to me. Will the Chateau Rosabella open again for business?
Oh my goodness. I have a restaurant to open next week in Lake Tahoe that I've designed, hand curated, like bespoke, built by me and my design partner, which has been a lot of work. I have another restaurant to open in Vegas. I don't know. Would I do it again? Maybe, but I don't think it would be in the same chateau. I don't think it would. But it was, when I was right in the middle of it, I'd be like, I'll never do this again. But with hindsight, it was a delicious experience. And it was something that I will really treasure. And bringing it to the kind of television and just for people to enjoy. It's a story of poignancy with guests, and it's a story of complications with 12 people living together and my struggle to make everything perfect when life isn't really perfect. So, but it's a very beautiful show. I think you'll enjoy when you check into it after 10 episodes. I don't think you'll really want to check out. I think you'll want to stay there. But unfortunately, I had to come back.
Oh, well, amazing. Thank you so much for your time today. Best of luck with opening Wolf. And Thank you. The show is amazing, and I'm so excited to finish it.
A pleasure. Thank you.